man, rumble, young man, rumble. And you tell all the writers out there in New York City that the stage is set. This man is ranked as the greatest puncher since Rocky Marciano, since Joe Louis. I want no excuses about George wasn't in shape. No excuses about he's worrying about his cut eye. No excuses about he was sleepy because he didn't get no rest. Because when I whoop this man, I want to be declared by all as the greatest of all time. Right. Because the stage is set. I'm 32 years old. My legs are gone. This man is strong. You talking about how great he was, and now we're going to see. Get them all out at your theaters, and you write everything you write, but I'm going to make you eat everything you say against me, all of my critics. I'm going to prove to the world that I'm still the fastest, the prettiest, the most classic, the most scientific, the greatest fighter of all time.
That's right.
This fight, right?
That's right.
Is that right?
That's right.
This fight will make me the greatest fighter of all time. Now you have anything else to say?
I'd like to thank you guys for coming to Q City. We're on the day we talking about Tim Smith saying Errol Spence first. Terrence Crawford will not happen because of money. Let's check this out.
Speaking of that one belt, there is a, it's like the boxing fans who want to see Errol take on Terrence Crawford. What is hindering this fight from happening, in your opinion?
Economics. And you don't really want to insult a guy like Terrence Crawford, who's a tremendous talent. And I'm not taking away anything from his talent, but he hasn't been built into a pay-per-view star. And I'm not saying that.
But at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, my bad. At the beginning of the day, this shit just started. This dude already talking crazy. Hasn't been built into a pay-per-view star. Who has been built to a pay-per-view star? Who the hell is a pay-per-view star? Canelo? That's it? Who? Tank? Errol Spence? Who? Come on, let's hear this conversation. I'm just saying, I don't know no pay-per-view stars. That's really only ones I know is Jake Paul and them, man, and Floyd. No, they're the only ones I know. I know Manny Pacquiao ain't. I know Keith Thurman ain't. So Earl can fight all of them, but he can't fight. That don't make sense. Let's keep listening though. Man. Everybody talking about this shit.
To throw shade at the guy, but you got to go on his track record. You got to go and look at what he's done. In the pay-per-view fights that he's been at, been involved in. And
but he has a terrible promoter. His promoter is 98 years old. What do you expect?
Promoter do?
Well, a boxing promoter puts together an attraction that would be big enough that people want to come and see, and then you construct a business deal around that attraction so that you can make money for the people that are participating and make some for yourself.
Yeah. Now let's talk about money. Now let's take the Cooney Holmes fight. Is that going to happen?
Yes, it is.
When is that going to be?
It is definitely going to happen on June the 11th. It's going to be a spectacular that the world is awaiting.
How the hell Bob Arum going to promote anything? Bob Arum don't have press conferences. Terrence Crawford could have been fighting better competition than Keith Thurman and Errol Spence not been fighting lately. But we'll never know because the fighters he was fighting didn't have no good promoter. We didn't know who the fighters was. Bob is just a terrible promoter. He don't have no Don King swag. Don King had boxing popping.
Okay.
Well, they go around just to make public appearances and to do public workouts. And Larry Holmes will be doing the same thing.
Now, this was your idea?
No, it's my idea, yes.
Yeah. Okay, now, getting back to the money.
It's a group of us, I like to give everybody a little play,
How much is Holmes going to make on this?
$10 million.
Now, how much is Cooney going to make for this?
$10 million.
Now, these guys, $20 million. Now, is this monopoly money, Don? You know what I'm saying? 20 million, is that really 20 million, or is it just 20 million?
Dressed up, hair popping, looking everywhere, talking cash. These promoters is boring. They old. Bob ain't never let nobody else come through. He ain't have enough game to train nobody to do stuff that how he wanted to be done while he laid back in the cut. He gets too old to be a boxing promoter. You got an old-ass boxing promoter. What do you expect? He don't have the energy to promote their fighters, dog. We already knew that, though. We already knew that. But keep it going, though. And this pay-per-view shit is out of control. Let's go.
And, it's not my job to tell anybody how to make him a pay-per-view star. We have enough work on our hands dealing with, trying to make our own guys.
What guy do you got on your team that's a pay-per-view star? You have no pay-per-view stars, bro. What are you talking about, bro? You must have did a terrible job of promoting your people because at the end of the day, you have no stars. You have no pay-per-view stars, bro. 300, 250 pay-per-views is not a star. You dig what I'm saying? Not a star at all.
I mean,
this is United States currency.
but where
Do it all over the world.
nobody has $20 million.
Well, not today, but on June 11th we will.
But now where, and I'm not really good at business, but where are you going to get the $20 million?
Well, we're going to market and merchandise this fight. You know, it's sponsored by Camel, and it's going to be a Camel Crown event. And we're going to merchandise it around the world. We sell the television rights into foreign countries. We're going to do closed circuit here in the United States. And we're going to have a live gate at Caesar's Palace. The largest live gate ever in the history of boxing is $6.2 million guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, and along with all the other ancillary rights that we can market.
Ancillary rights meaning?
Anything you could do, T-shirts, banners, you know, boxing gloves, trunks, and
Anything
whatever
you
you
can
can
get
do
your
to
hands
you get your
on,
hands
yeah,
on to
yeah.
sell and merchandise with these guys. We're going to do it, and it's going to grow somewhere around $50 million.
Into pay-per-view stars, but he just hasn't been built. And trust me, if there is money in him fighting Errol Spence where he could get what he wants and Errol could get what he wants, that fight would get made. But
Hold on, so it's enough money to fight Yugas, though. It's enough money to make all these other fights, but y'all can't make that fight no matter what. Y'all can't find no investors to make the fight? God dang. These niggas crazy, bro. Just do it, put a first bid. Or just give them a percentage. You get a percentage of the whatever y'all get off this fight. It is what it is. They gonna make what they gonna make. And then you could, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess ain't enough money for y'all. I don't know what it is. But I know boxing is horrible. If this the reason why we ain't gonna get this fight. Boxing is really fucked up, man. That's why y'all shouldn't. If PBC can't give us the Terrence Crawford fight, don't nobody never buy a pay-per-view no more. We really finna stream now. Talking about streaming. I'm about to show you streaming. Finna show you some streaming now, boy. If y'all don't make this fight, y'all tell us that y'all can't make this fight, we're not never buying the Yugas versus Errol Spence fight. That's a pointless fight. That shit should be on regular TV or Showtime. Ali them used to fight on regular TV. That's how they got their fans. You feel me? My parents tell me how they used to watch Ali on regular TV. I remember watching Mike Tyson on HBO. I remember watching Roy Jones on HBO. You feel me? Good fights. I even remember when they was building Adrian Bronner. It was on HBO, on Showtime. Good fights. How you build people, man. All this pay-per-view, too much pay-per-view going on. But y'all, boxing has got to, what I mean, just get destroyed. Because right now, it's terrible. You just got to get destroyed. The whole sport got to be destroyed and rebuilt. It's like knocking a building down and building another one. You dig? Sometimes you can't fix the building, bro. It's too much damage. So you got to knock it down. And boxing house has to be knocked down, bro. All these belts got to go. You dig? All this shit got to be done. All these champions got to go, and should be one champion. You dig? At the end of the day, none of these dudes is champions till you, I guess, undisputed. Well, fuck all that. We just want to see them fight. But they said they can't make the fight over some money. Well, all Terrence Crawford got to do is sign with Floyd Mayweather, and it's over with, right?
you don't want to insult the guy. Nobody wants to insult this guy and make him an offer that's insulting. Nobody wants to do that. Like I said, he's a proud champion, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that to him.
Insult the guy. What you mean insult the guy? Just, you know what I mean? It is what it is. You motherfuckers ain't smart enough to talk and get a nigga in the real numbers and break down the shit fair. You think you finna come with some bullshit, bro? You feel me? You think he got to sign a contract and all that, and then at the end of the day, y'all PBC champions, right? Champions, right? Y'all wanna keep y'all belts. TC come over there and take all y'all shit, and then go back to Hollywood and shit, Bob Arum and shit for the rematch. I like how Tyson Fury did Wild in the second fight. You did. Gotta mess up everything. Y'all won't be PBC champions no more. No, I'll fuck with you. But at the end of the day, man, let's keep going, man.
But from a business standpoint, it's a fight that, might excite the fans and all these people that are out there yelling about pay-per-view and too much and too. they're not buying it anyway. They're not going to plop down any money to make it, successful. They're going to steal the fight, but, they're not going to support it on pay-per-view, and the numbers, won't be enough to give him what he needs.
I mean,
This is United States currency.
but
Do it all over the world.
nobody has $20 million.
Well, not today, but on June 11th we will.
But now where, and I'm not really good at business, but where are you going to get the $20 million bucks?
Well, we're going to market and merchandise this fight. It's sponsored by Camel, and it's going to be a Camel Crown event. And we're going to merchandise it around the world. We sell the television rights into foreign countries. We're going to do closed circuit here in the United States. And we're going to have a live gate at Caesar's Palace. The largest live gate ever in the history of boxing is $6.2 million guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, and along with all the other ancillary rights that we can market.
Ancillary rights meaning?
Anything you could do, T-shirts, banners, boxing gloves, trunks, and
Anything
whatever
you can
do
get
with
your
the
hands
hoopla, you get your
on,
hands
yeah,
on to
yeah.
sell and merchandise with these guys. We're going to do it, and it's going to grow somewhere around $50 million.
Or not necessarily what he needs, but what he wants.
He right. Ain't nobody buying no more pay-per-views. We don't get this fight. Now you saying we ain't gonna buy the Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford fight? I'm pretty sure you're wrong about that. I'm pretty sure that you guys are very wrong about that. And it seems like you guys should be able to find a way to stop streaming, but you guys can't. So, until you guys can stop streaming, why not just let Showtime, HBO get all the money? Y'all get a big deal from them to show the fight on their platform. Gotta get that'll get them more subscribers. Y'all ain't no hustlers no more, man. Y'all ain't got no Don Kings around, man. It's all right. I'm about to go down there, fly down to Vegas and holler at Floyd, man. It's all good. We gonna get this shit together, though. Boxing gonna come back straight. Guarantee you that.
And I don't know what that number is, but I would think that number, would be very high. I'm not involved in those talks, but that's just looking at the sport historically. I just don't. I don't think he should be insulted. I really don't.
This nigga make no sense in the world, bro. Don't think he need. What the hell, bro? That's some weak ass shit right there, bro. That's the weakest shit I ever heard in my life, bro. That was no gangsterness, man. A dude like that, man, is a bad news telling ass nigga, man. You dig what I'm saying? He the reason the world is the way it is now, man. He has no gangster in him, man. No Don King in him, you dig? We go to Africa and make shit happen, you dig? We don't let nothing happen, man. Shout out to Eddie Hearns at least for doing, Eddie Hearns, listen to me, man. I told Eddie, I was like, man, fuck that, man. You can't make it in the UK, man. We go somewhere else. Man, Eddie Hearns went and listened to that shit and went to motherfucking Dubai or somewhere and made the AJ versus Saudi Arabia and made the AJ versus Andy Ruiz fight, man. That's how you do it, man. You make the shit happen.
You think Don King was good for the game?
I'm going to give an honest answer, and it takes a second to think about it. He robbed fighters, disrespected fighters, hurt fighters. But he also, it's kind of like asking if you made the Rocky movie, was Rocky good for boxing? The Rocky movie was fictional. It was, wasn't real, but it brought a lot of fans to the game.
Mm-hmm.
King brought a lot of fans to the game. He put on extravagant events, marquee events in way off places like Zaire, where it brought attention to where we're still talking about it today.
Yeah.
So I guess that's your answer. He had